Hey guys, Dalek44 here. I need no introduction, but I've got one anyway. Well, it's Valentine's Day again. Valentine's Day, also called St. Valentine's Day or the Feast of St. Valentine, is celebrated annually on the 14th of February. Over the years, it's become a significant cultural, religious and commercial celebration of romance and love in many regions in the world. During this time of year, people send their loved ones cards, chocolates and any other gifts just to show how much they love each other. And as I said, it's celebrated every year on this particular day.
Happy Valentine's Day, Simon!
Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Miss Tiny. How are you finding the new house?
I love the new house. It's so peaceful and quiet. The perfect place to live.
It is very peaceful, isn't it, love? Definitely is the perfect place to live. Mind you, I do miss my old house, but I must say I'm really liking this new place. And I'm glad you like it too, lovely. Anyway, as it's Valentine's Day, I thought I'd talk about one of my favourite animated couples. Luna Loud and Sam Sharp from The Loud House. Out of all the romantic relationships in The Loud House, the Sam and Luna one is the one that I enjoy the most. It involves Luna Loud, played by Nika Futterman, who, by the way, the Sonic community will probably kill me if I don't bring this up, was the voice of Styx in Sonic Boom, and Sam Sharp, who was voiced by Alison Stoner, who you may remember as Isabella from Phineas and Ferb. Interesting side note, in her first appearance, Sam was actually voiced by Jill Talley, who voiced other characters in The Loud House. I assume they changed the voice actor because she already had enough voices to do as it was. But this love story has been going on throughout the show ever since the season 2 episode L is for Love, and the two have even become symbols of Pride Month. I think the best way to start the story of Luna and Sam is to go back to where it all started, in the episode L is for Love. In L is for Love, Luna is revealed to have a crush on a girl named Sam, whom the audience is initially led to believe is a boy. Throughout the episode, she is hesitant about giving a token of her affection to Sam, and eventually places a love letter in Sam's locker at the end of the episode. It is then revealed to the audience that Sam is actually a girl, which in turn reveals that Luna is bisexual, meaning that she's sexually attracted to both men and women, like Captain Jack Harkness from Doctor Who and Torchwood, a guy who likes both genders. Now this would make sense, since in season 1 she did develop a crush on Lincoln's English tutor Hugh. Oh, by the way, that facial expression from her is so goddamn hilarious. Before that ending reveal, we had no idea that Sam was going to be a girl. We all just assumed that Sam was going to be another boy. But then it turned out that Luna likes girls. And that's a very good twist for a TV show. After that episode, Sam would make more appearances throughout the show, most of the time with Luna. In the episode Frenzy, in a dispute over privileges with her siblings, Sam is the first of many of Luna's friends she invites into her place in order to gain special privileges. Now, it wasn't that clear to the audience if they were going out or not because Sam didn't have a speaking role in the episode. But I suppose you could click the fact that Sam was touched by that love letter, so you could assume that they started dating at that point. While they had set up the Luna and Sam love story in The Loud House, they wouldn't get a proper episode to themselves until halfway through season 3. Sam wouldn't make another big appearance again until the episode Racing Hearts, where Luna and Sam participate in the Royal Wood's astonishing quest. Initially, Luna believes the two of them would be perfect partners together. However, as they progress throughout various challenges, they begin to realise how much less they have in common, even when Luna takes Laurie's advice to embrace Sam's interests so she can better understand her. First one is Laser Quest. Luna manages to score 100 points by zapping Lisa and Darcy, but when Scoops and her partner Helen sit by, Sam fumbles with her laser and accidentally zaps Luna. The next challenge is collecting a dozen eggs from a farm in the chicken house. Sam is able to collect eggs after communicating with them, but when the chickens crowd around Luna, she ends up losing her balance and falls onto Sam, dropping all their eggs. The third challenge is copying moves in a dance hall, but Sam reveals that she's not much of a dancer and ends up knocking down all the contestants. During a rock climbing challenge, Sam climbs the wall flawlessly. However, Luna is stangling and tells Sam that climbing isn't her thing. And Sam, clearly not surprised by this, grabs the next clue and heads back down. The next challenge is at the organic juice store where they have to drink new juices and guess the flavours. They both take a sip. Sam manages to list off some of the ingredients. Luna pretends to like it, but disgusted with its taste, spits it all over Sam. The challenge after that is at Tall Timbers Park, where they have to sail a boat across a pond. Luna continues to take interest in this since Sam mentions that she loves sailing. As they ride into the pond, Sam tries to instruct Luna on what to do, but Luna, having zero knowledge on what she's talking about, accidentally loosens the sail, causing it to spin rapidly, and fling the two off the boat as they cross the pond. On the final challenge, they had learned that they did have something in common, which is their lack of interest in bacon, which resulted in a big mess and a nice little romantic moment between the two. Despite the fact that they didn't win, the two had a lot of fun, saying that even though they don't have much in common, they want to spend time together so they can discover new things that they love together. And they end it with a hug and a nice little neck nuzzle. This episode just cemented their love story for me, and it's one of my favourite Luna Loud episodes as well. Sam made another big appearance in the episode Deep Cuts, where she protests alongside Luna and their bandmates to save their music club at school. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, they formed a band with other members, known as the Moon Goats. Sam's next big appearance would be in the episode Perfect Gig, where she helps Luna cat sits the McBride's cats. Originally, Luna was meant to do it on her own and not invite anyone over since the cats get anxious around strangers. But Luna figured that the cats would be alright with Sam since animals love her. And they successfully managed to take care of the cats and sing them a lullaby to get them to sleep.
Sleep for your babies in kitty dreamland, with visions of yarn balls and tuna fish scales. But when you awake, the day dawns anew, and morning shall greet you with a bright and happy new.
They really do make a cute couple, don't they?
They certainly do, Miss Tiny. After getting the cats to sleep successfully with that beautiful song, Sam is about to leave, but ends up remembering that her little brother Simon is still in the house. So Sam and Luna have to try and sneak Simon out of the house before the McBrides get back, but to no avail. After being paid for their hard work, Sam gives her half of the money to Luna so that she could buy a VIP pass to McSwagger's concert that she did this for in the first place. Much to Luna's happiness, who kisses her on the cheek and hugs her as an affection of thanks. And they end up waking up the cats and having to sing them the lullaby again. Hearing Luna and Sam sing together was a really nice touch for this episode, and I thought it was really sweet how Luna kissed Sam on the cheek near the end of the episode. In the episode Scoob Satan, Sam helps Luna get Lenny, Luann and Lincoln to confess that they have been reading Luna's diary by dressing up as a girl named Roxy, who Luna had written about in a fake story, and going around town with Luna in order to fool the siblings. Despite this being a ridiculous plan, it shows that Sam's willing to go with Luna's plan just to teach her siblings a lesson, and it shows that like any good couple would do anything for her. In band together, Sam is seen performing with Luna in their band, where they both play guitar and sing side by side at one point. Sam was shown to have shown some sadness for Luna wanting to go off on her own with the big musical manager without the band, but at the same time did show her support. And when their friend Chunk was given a new contract to be a big singer, she happily let Luna join the band again as the lead singer. This shows that no matter what obstacle comes their way, the two will never stop loving each other. Despite Luna temporarily leaving the band to be a big rock star, that wasn't enough to separate her from Sam, and their love story would go on throughout season 5. Despite these many appearances, Sam isn't confirmed to be Luna's girlfriend until the episode Undercover Mum, where Luna reveals to Sam as her girlfriend and talks about how they got into an argument over a song. In Laurie days, Luna has a movie date with Sam before being interrupted by Laurie in a hilarious fashion. And I'm just going to say right now, these two holding hands in the cinema is just so freaking adorable. In the episode Dad's Reputation, where Luna temporarily joins her dad's new band, she tries everything she can to make sure that Sam and the rest of the band members don't see her. But when she and Doodads perform at a concert near the end of the episode, Sam is there with the rest of her friends and cheer Luna on. That look alone is so adorable to me, and it's one of my favourite Luna moments. In the Mick of Time, Sam attended a school concert where Luna was disguised as Mick Swagger after failing to get him to perform at the concert. Now you'd think that at this point that Sam might have gotten a misunderstanding and broken up with Luna for this lie. But after the Vilmit swagger voiced by Jeff Bennett shows up and they sing a duet together, Sam clearly enjoys seeing the two up on stage together, and the two have a dance together at the end, showing that no matter what obstacles come their way, love will truly conquer all.
That was a super sweet ending shot, but a little part of me thinks that it would have been better if it ended with them having their first lip-to-lip kiss.
Sam also makes a speechless cameo appearance in the Loud House movie, where she was among the crowd watching Luna perform Rockin music on the stage. She even appeared in the live-action film A Loud House Christmas, where she invites Luna to join her family on a ski trip on Christmas Day. In the live-action Christmas special, she was played by Zoe Duval. I don't know if I said that correctly. Outside the show, the two have made a couple of appearances in various comics, including Live Life Loud and the story Midnight Melody in After Dark. It just shows that the writers are really dedicated to their love story. And the fans are truly dedicated to it as well, since we see lots of fan art of them on the internet. Including one made by yours truly. But don't like to blow me on trumpet. The two have also been made symbols of Pride Month back in 2021, and these two have become fan favourites over the years. And throughout the show we've had several couples throughout the series, including Laurie and Bobby, fan theory of Lincoln and Ronnie Ann, Clyde's insane crush on Laurie, Luann and Benny, and Clyde's parents, and various ones that was hinted on at Ellis for Love, but were never actually touched upon in any other episodes. Yet. I say yet because I have no idea if they'll ever be touched upon. Luna and Loud are also one of those few couples in children's animated shows that are the same-sex couple. Now we all know it's not uncommon to have same-sex couples in TV shows and movies, but back in the old days it was usually for adult comedies like American Dad. They even recently made Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy idol in the recent Harley Quinn TV series. But over the years we've seen it done in other forms of media, including Marceline and Princess Bubblegum from Adventure Time, these two idiot cops from Gravity Falls, and as I said, Clyde's parents are the same-sex couple. But that was before Luna and Sam were even introduced. I mean, we have had some campy characters going back to the 80s of children's TV shows like Skeleton from Super Ted, but we never actually see him going out with anyone, and he usually only is very mushy around Bulk. So it's a real nice change of pace that we're getting more same-sex couples in children's TV shows these days. And I don't know if I'm the only one here, but I am personally waiting for Luna and Sam to get their first lip-to-lip kiss in the series. I mean, I know Luna did kiss Sam in the episode Perfect Gig, but that was just on the cheek, and we mostly see them hugging each other.
I hope they get their first kiss too, Simon. They've been together for most of the show.
So do I, Miss Tiny. So do I.
So it would be really lovely to see them have their first kiss in the show. Maybe they'll do it in a later episode for season 5, or maybe they'll do it for season 6. Who knows? But I'm hoping it'll be worth the wait.
Whether or not they do get their first kiss in the next season or a future episode before season 6, then we're going to have to wait and see. But Luna and Sam's love story is definitely one of the most entertaining ones I've seen for a long time.
Now I've recently heard on the internet that Luna and Sam's relationship is half and half at the moment. Some people are absolutely loving it, and some people not being too keen on the idea and would rather Luna hung out with a boy. But whatever your thoughts are, there's no denying that this has become really popular within the show. And as I said, it led to the two becoming a symbol of Pride Month last year. So if they were able to become a symbol for Pride Month last year, then they've obviously become so iconic in the series. And it's become very clear in various episodes that came after Learners for Love that the writers are really dedicated to this relationship. I'd say they're just as dedicated to it as they are with Laurie and Bobby. And it's definitely a lot more dedication than those love interests we never got to see in full force after Learners for Love. Oh, by the way, because I forgot to mention this a couple of minutes ago, Lily having a crush on her teddy bear is just so friggin' adorable. It kind of reminds me of how clingy I was to my cuddly toys when I was a little boy. So whether you like it or not, Luna and Sam are some of the most popular couples within TV media as well as the Loud House. And it's very clear that the writers have more plans for these two in the future. And whatever the writers' plans are, I really do hope that Sam and Luna's love story will last throughout the whole run of the series. It's one of my favourite relationships of all time, and Luna and Sam are two of my favourite characters of all time. And I hope to see their first kiss sometime in the future of the Loud House.
I'm Dalek44, and I'll see you next time, folks. Well then, Miss Tiny, since the review's out of the way, shall we retire to the bedroom and put on PJ Masks on Disney+?
Oh, I love the PJ Masks. Owlette is the coolest of the trio.
She certainly is, Miss Tiny. She certainly is.
Doing double duty, yeah, I'm pulling two shifts. Is it hard? Yes, absolutely. I'm just doing double duty. Doing double duty is for taking the rest. Working on my booty just to
Doing double duty.
What'd I tell you? Best dance ever.
Thanks, love.